Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and you're watching CGHOW video. Few days back I created this rainy season with this mannequin character, and you can see these dripping water on the fingers and his hat, and rain also colliding with this ground. You can see the splashes. So let's start this video.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So I'll open my sequencer, and this is my camera, and this is out of the camera, and in lit mode it looks like this. Press G. So this is my scene. So basically I have a ground, and which has applied a material that I downloaded from Quixel, and then I have these rocks I also downloaded from Quixel. This is the name, Megascan and Nordic Beach rock. This is the rock that I downloaded, and I just placed it here, and some are here, and then I have a small rock here where he's sitting. Actually I need to turn off my dust. So now you can see these rocks, and then this foliage. And so basically in this sequencer, let me just turn on my dust. I have this camera which has this resolution, and you can see the resolution here is actually, this should be portrait, and when you play, it will play in this way. Excuse me. So I have this camera like I have in all my sequencer. This is my resolution, and then these rocks are all applied in this scene, and then I have this mannequin character animation which I downloaded from Mixamo. Let me just turn these all. Okay, so this is my animation which I downloaded from Mixamo. Animation and sitting pose. Okay, and this was the original pose that I had downloaded from Mixamo, but I edited it like this. Okay, so I just moved some bonds here, and then I placed it in here in viewport. And basically first we will see this dust, then we will see the rock, the rain, then we will check his head with dripping, then hand with dripping, and then when the splashes on rocks. So we will check one by one. And we have also birds. You can see, can you see here, we have birds here. Okay, in the sky. So let's check the bird first, because so this is my bird system, and let me just increase the size. For now it is 0.01 and 0.3. let's make it 5 for now, so you can see. And these birds are just rotating. There's no flapping in the wings, because this is for the long shot, so it's not visible properly. And you can see now it's just rotating, but if I decrease the size 0.03, it will look like these are flapping. Did I just make the size very small? It was 0.3, I think. Yeah, 0.3 it was. Now you can see these birds are very small and going, and it looks like they are flapping their wings. okay, but I'm just rotating them. So now you can see if I make it 5, I have these static mesh which is black, then sphere location, velocity on y random, then color is black, doesn't matter here because it has applied black material, some curl noise just for little bit randomness, and this is the update orientation on y, and I'm using sine, so these are rotating like this. If I play, you can see. Oh, let me stop this, and I can also decrease this so it will be faster. Now you can see it looks like more like flapping. 0.05, 0.02, maybe it is better, and I can make it 2. So I think this look more like flapping birds. So if I make the size 0.3 again and check, yeah, no, this is not better actually. Let me just make that 0.1. Okay, so this is my bird, and then I have this camera, then I have drippings. Okay, so this is a particle system that I just placed on the finger. Just decrease the speed. See? And similarly I duplicated it 3 times and placed for all these 3 fingers, and this is the same particle system. It's very simple. I have the same default material and spawning 1000 particles which has random probability, so sometimes they are like a drop, some they are continuously spawning. If I make it 1 and 1, it will continuously spawn. If I make it 0, you can see, and 0.1, it's like drops. So 1 and 0.3 was my value. Okay, then random live, color is white but very faded, alpha is very low, size 0.5, gravity because these are falling, some curl noise, and inherit, so it doesn't matter here. I can just turn this off. And collision, so these are also colliding with the ground and they are falling, but not visible much, so you can avoid it. You can avoid this collision, and the sprite size is scaling down. So very simple, and I just placed it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Then I have this dust. So in dust you can see I am using box location. So spawning 100 particles and life is 1, color is white, size is random 1500, velocity on y random, slightly on z, box location as you can see. I'll just turn this off. Acceleration force which is 0, so I can delete. Color is brown here and fading in and out. Then because this is SubUV 8x8 starter contains SubUV, smoke SubUV, so I'm using that 8x8 curve here and some camera offset. So very easy. And then I have this hat, and this hat is linked with the head bone. So you can see, you can click here, you can attach with your character, then it will ask you the bone, so you can choose the head bone, and you can see this is attached with the head bone. So here you can see I have some drippings from this edge of the hat and some splashes for the rain collider. Okay, so here first emitter is just a hat, so it has just a mesh, just 1 particle, and life is infinite. In second emitter I have some drippings from a torus. So if I visualize this, you can see. But how you create this type of, like, particles are spawning from a specific place from a torus, not random. how you create that, let me show you. So let's say you have a new fountain, and I'll just turn these things off, and I'll take the torus, and you can see particles are falling, and I'll make this 0 and visualize my torus. So particles are spawning from a random place, and let me decrease this thing. Okay, but I want it should be like dripping like this from a specific place. So in the torus you have this distribution random, you can make it direct. When you make it direct, it will spawn from a point 0 where this torus start, and it will come like it will go like 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and 1 again. So if I stop and if I increase this, you can see 0 to 1, and this V is this handle radius. So if you have 25 radius, so this is your V. I don't need V, I just need this. So if you make it random 0 to 1, it will again spawn randomly. But if you want a specific position, you can use the array. So click here, you can use select float from array, and now instead of the random you can use the direct or interpolate. If I use the direct, it will spawn from this 0, and now you can create more arrays. Like we have already 2 points, 0 and 1, and 0 and 1 is the same. If I make it 0.5, so I have 0 and 0.5 here, but it is spawning still on 0 because my direct array index is 0. If I make it 1, it will shift here because it has index 0 and 1. Okay, and if I create more, if I make it 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, I have 4 arrays, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can change through here. So if I randomize this value now from 0 to 3, you can see it's spawning from 4 positions, and you can add as many as you want. And I choose the equal distance, you can make it like 0.1, 0.6. So this way you can spawn as much as you want with this array. So I think you got this thing now. So it has the same other thing like my dripping for the hand. So it has again gravity, curl noise, collision, and it doesn't matter here, but yeah, it matters here because this dripping, hand dripping is still hand is not moving, but head is moving. So that's why I used inherit. So when this guy is moving head, so these are inheriting, and you can see also the collision with the body. I'll turn off this, and now the splashes. So because my hat is like a cone, so here you can see I have this cone shaped particles. If I spawn like 10,000, you can see proper cone. So what I'm using, I'm spawning 1000 particle, and it has random life, and this is a mesh location, sorry, mesh render, and the mesh is this mesh is actually a vat with this material. And if you want to know how to create exactly this type of crown splash and use in rain, you can just should go to CGHOW and search here in my videos rain. So these are the same elements I am using in this video. This is 17 minutes tutorial on rain and how to use the Houdini splash vat to UE4. So this is, you should watch, 2 years ago I created this video. So I use the same elements. So I have a splash mesh and this material for the wet. So this is wet is just animating through dynamic parameter here, speed. Actually I will very bad cough, and that's why I'm stopping this video again and again, if you noticed, because I need to, you know, it's really hard to speak these days. My cough. Okay, so yeah, I'm spawning 1000 particles, and I have a wet here going on. I have a cone location for my head. Initial mesh rotation is connected with cone normal, so you can see these are facing the normals of my cone. Then a parameter to animate the wet. Then I have this mesh size scale down 0.2, and it has this death event. It has this death event because I want the other splash on the same place where this splash is happening. So this is my second splash. These particles spawning exactly from the same position, these splashes dying, so it has a generate death event. And okay, so it's really tough. I'm just going to finish this video very fast because I cannot speak much. So now I have this splash. I'm using event handler, is taking the dead position of this splash, spawning 3 particle, velocity cone. You can see it has a radial, so it just spawning and it's velocity aligned. And I'm stretching this particle here. So that's it for the head. I think it is clear. So after head we have this rain system that's falling from up, and I duplicated it 2 times, so I'm just showing you one. Very easy, you can see, very nothing special in here. So I have some emitters, 2 emitters actually. In this one it is light, in this one it is dense. It is almost same, just duplicated version, just for variation. So basically I have a mesh which has a drop like mesh, but it's not required here because I took this from this tutorial. You can use a sprite render or just a slender very low poly, so it's not required because you cannot see drop shape here. So I don't recommend this shape. You can just take the radial ramp and just stretch on the sprite. So I'm just spawning 3000 particles, and life is 1, random size, slender location, velocity random, you can see, then camera offset and gravity. So these are falling diagonal. Duplicated it and did some variations. That's it. And same thing, this is my animation, and this is splash for the rocks, and these are duplicated 2-3 times because for the different rocks. So what I did for this, if I open this, you can see these splashes are already spawning on a rock here because I'm using this static mesh location, and this is user parameter, and I'm using this rock here. This is the same splash that I used for the head, same wet, so this is exactly same. I'm just using this location, static mesh location here, and everything is same. Then on the death event I'm spawning this second. Okay, and then I placed it here, and I used the stone, this rock, then I duplicated and changed the rock because this is a user parameter. So I changed the rock, and you can see it's using this rock now, and then again duplicated and change the rock. Now this using this rock, and rest of thing is same. See, so that's it. Sorry for very fast tutorial because I'm not well, I cannot speak much. It's really tough to create video and stopping it again and again. Okay, so that's it for now. I hope you liked it, and if you have a query, just comment below the video. Don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel CGHOW. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.